everyone, welcome back to Boundless Learning. In this video, I'll be starting with the class 10th biology syllabus, and the first chapter is chapter number 6, Life Processes. The topics which I'll be covering would be in short video kind of lectures. So the first topic for today is just the basic intro of the chapter, and we'll be discussing two important things. First is what is exactly living and how can we distinguish living beings from non-living things. And the second important point of discussion is what exactly are the life processes we are talking about in this chapter. So without further delay, let's get started with today's video. So first and the foremost topic is what is an organism or what is a living thing. हम living things को non-living things से तब distinguish कर सकते हैं जब हमें exactly living things का मतलब पता होगा. So कोई भी अगर individual हो like a human being or any other life form, let's say for example microorganisms or a plant, all of them are composed of the basic units known as cells. ये हमने 9th class में पढ़ा था that all the living organisms are composed of the basic structural unit called cells. Cells are the structural as well as the functional unit of life, and they are the building blocks of any living organism. Now, the cells may be further organized into tissues. When cells combine together, they form tissues. Tissues come together to form organs, and organs, multiple organs come together to form an organ system. These different organ systems, when combined to form an individual, that individual or that life form is known as an organism or simply a living thing. ये हम और अच्छे से समझ सकते हैं by the help of this diagram. We all know that cells are the basic structural and functional unit of life. हम सारे organisms cell से बने हैं. Cells aggregate करते हैं to form tissues. Tissues further aggregate to form organ, and organ aggregates to form an organ system. Multiple organ system combine to form the whole organism. Let's say for example human beings. ये fundamental चीज होती है of any human body. There could be multiple types of living organisms such as fungus, plant, animal, bacteria, archaea. Archaea is also a type of bacteria. We can say an organism which is primitive to bacteria. Then there are protists. Protists are also unicellular eukaryotic organisms. Now that we know what exactly a living organism is, next topic comes how can we distinguish living from non-living. So there are certain observable characteristics in living and non-living. If we talk about the first point, which is movement and locomotion, living things show movement. They may or may not locomote, such as plants. Plants show movement of the molecules. उनके अंदर का जितना भी content है, let's say for example उनका vascular fluid या फिर water, everything inside them is moving. They show growth, but they do not locomote, which means they do not move from one place to the other. So living things definitely show movement and they may or may not locomote. On the other hand, non-living things do not show any kind of movement, neither do they locomote. Second point is of growth and development. So surely living things grow and in them development occurs, but in non-living things there is no growth and development. Third point, response to external stimuli. So if there is a living being, he or she will definitely respond to any external stimuli which is given to them. But on the other hand, non-living things do not respond to external stimuli. And lastly, movement of body fluids. In living things, movement of body fluids is present. For example, if we take the example of human beings, blood and lymph are the body fluids which move inside our body in specified vessels known as blood vessels or lymph vessels and capillaries. But in non-living things, there is no such movement of body fluids. Next is, what are life processes? So the name of the chapter itself is life processes. What exactly do we understand by life process? Life processes are nothing but the basic functions which are performed by any organism in order to maintain their life on earth. ऐसे processes, ऐसे basic functions जो हर एक living organism perform करता है in order to stay living or in order to maintain their life on earth. ऐसे processes, ऐसे basic functions को हम कहते हैं life processes. ये जो सारे life processes है, they are very important for the survival of an individual of any living organism. और ये सारे life processes together perform the maintenance jobs. हमारी body की maintenance में हमारी body को living रखने के लिए ये सारे life processes बहुत ज़्यादा important है. There are a number of life processes. For example, nutrition. Nutrition is the intake of food or taking nutrients in the form of food. Second comes digestion. यही जो हमने nutrition से nutrients acquire करे उनको digest करना और to break them down into simpler substances उसको हम digestion बोलते हैं. Next comes respiration. ये जो डाइजेस्टेड फूड है, डाइजेस्टेड फूड से हमें जो न्यूट्रिएंट्स मिले, हमें जो एनर्जी मिली, उस एनर्जी, उस न्यूट्रिएंट्स को ब्रेक डाउन करना यूजिंग ऑक्सीजन इज नोन एज रेस्पिरेशन. नेक्स्ट कम्स ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. सारे न्यूट्रिएंट्स, सारी एनर्जी को बॉडी के डिफरेंट पार्ट्स में ट्रांसपोर्ट करना कम्स अंडर ट्रांसपोर्टेशन. एंड लास्टली एक्सक्रीशन. जो भी हमारी बॉडी का वेस्ट मटेरियल है उसको बॉडी से एलिमिनेट करना इज द रोल ऑफ एक्सक्रीशन. रिप्रोडक्शन इज ऑल्सो अ टाइप ऑफ लाइफ प्रोसेस बट इट इज नॉट essential for the survival of an individual. अगर हम किसी एक लिविंग बीइंग की बात करें, किसी एक इंडिविजुअल की बात करें, उस इंडिविजुअल के सर्वाइवल के लिए रिप्रोडक्शन इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, बट रिप्रोडक्शन इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर द कंटिन्यूएशन of species. Let's say for example human beings. Human beings की species क्या है? Human beings are scientifically called Homo sapiens. तो ये जो Homo sapiens की species है, इसको continue रखने के लिए reproduction is important. So reproduction is not essential for the survival of an individual, but it is important for the continuation of species. Now that we have discussed the various life processes and what exactly are life processes, next topic comes, why do we need life processes in our life? हमारी लाइफ में लाइफ प्रोसेस की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है? सो अगर हम एक ह्यूमन बॉडी को देखें, ह्यूमन बॉडी का अल्टीमेट गोल क्या है? ह्यूमन बॉडी के दो अल्टीमेट गोल है. फर्स्ट इज टू एंश्योर द एग्जिस्टेंस ऑफ द ऑर्गेनिज्म, कि जो भी ऑर्गेनिज्म है वो एग्जिस्ट करे. और सेकंड है कि अगर बॉडी के किसी भी टिश्यू में, किसी भी पार्ट में कोई डैमेज हो तो उस डैमेज, उस ब्रेकडाउन को प्रिवेंट भी करना और इन केस वो डैमेज हो जाए तो उस डैमेज को रिपेयर करना. these two are the ultimate goals of the human body. अब ये दोनों गोल्स अचीव करने के लिए किसी भी ऑर्गेनिज्म को, किसी भी बॉडी को एनर्जी की रिक्वायरमेंट है. अब ये एनर्जी हमें कहाँ से मिल सकती है? इस एनर्जी को ऑब्टेन करने के लिए हमारे पास डिफरेंट मैकेनिज्म्स हैं बॉडी में, या फिर हम ये कह सकते हैं दिस एनर्जी इज अक्वायर्ड बाय डिफरेंट लाइफ प्रोसेसेस व्हिच आर टुगेदर गोइंग ऑन इन आवर बॉडी. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ये एनर्जी इज अक्वायर्ड बाय न्यूट्रिशन. हम जो भी फूड इनटेक करते हैं उस फूड इनटेक से ही हमें एनर्जी मिलती है. नेक्स्ट कम्स absorbed by digestion. ये जो एनर्जी है, यही एनर्जी सबसे पहले अक्वायर हो गई बाय न्यूट्रिशन, देन इट वुड बी अब्सॉर्ब्ड और ब्रोकन डाउन बाय डाइजेशन. नेक्स्ट, ये एनर्जी वुड बी ब्रोकन डाउन यूजिंग ऑक्सीजन. ये ऑक्सीजन हमें कहाँ से मिलेगा? दिस ऑक्सीजन वुड बी taken up by the process of respiration. Next is the energy is carried to the rest of the body by transportation. And lastly, जितनी भी हमारी पूरी बॉडी में एनर्जी प्रोड्यूस होने के बाद वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट जनरेट होगा, उस वेस्ट प्रोडक्ट को हमें बॉडी के बाहर एक्सक्रीट आउट करना है. दिस इज द प्रोसेस डन बाय excretion. So all in all, these are the life processes which together go on in our body. First is nutrition, second digestion, third is respiration, fourth is transportation, and fifth is excretion. In this chapter, there are a total of 4 topics. We'll be studying nutrition and digestion together under the heading of digestion as given in your NCERT. Respiration is the second topic, transportation is the third topic, and lastly, excretion is the fourth topic. So I hope the introduction part of the video was clear to you. In this video, we have successfully discussed what living organisms are, how to distinguish living from non-living, and what exactly are life processes, what are the different life processes which go on in our body. These were 3 to 4 topics which we have discussed. This was the basics of the chapter. In the next video, I'll be starting with the first topic, which is nutrition. So till then, stay tuned. And if you still have any doubts, you can either comment or you can email me on this email ID given below. Thank you so much for watching the video. Keep learning.